What's going on, you savages? Welcome back to more WWE 2K18 coverage. So in today's episode, we're going to be discussing 5 reasons that in my opinion explains why WWE 2K18 will have a better 2K showcase mode / story mode than the previous games. So just for the purpose of this video, I want us to keep in mind a couple of things. First of all, I want us to actually forget all the rumors that we have heard so far in regards to whichever story mode is going to be included in the game. But I do want us to keep in mind that although I'm gonna be referring to this as 2K Showcase mode, I am basically referring to the single story mode that is gonna be included in the game. Whether it is the one that hasn't been announced yet or the story that will be included within my career mode, because it has been indicated that it will have a more narrative story to it. So again, just keep that in mind as I basically tell you these 5 reasons that I think will definitely be making the game better this year. Also, keep in mind that as of me recording this right now, 2K Showcase mode or any story mode, it has not been confirmed yet. So we are pretty much under the assumption that we're gonna be getting something. So while I give you the reasons, enjoy the gameplay in the background. It's just a simple simulation match. Nonetheless, let's get right to it, with the first reason being longer development. So what I mean by this is obvious that WWE 2K games, they had more time to actually develop and brainstorm around which story mode they're gonna be including in WWE 2K18. First being due to the fact that last year there was no 2K Showcase mode, so they more or less started thinking about this year's game about 2 years ago if you think about it. Cause it's clear that when they were developing WWE 2K17, they knew that they were not gonna be able to create a showcase because of Brock Lesnar and basically everyone that Brock Lesnar faced during his career that were not able to be included in the game, such as Kurt Angle. So since they knew that they were not gonna be able to create a 2K Showcase mode, chances are that they started working on one that could be included on this year's game instead, meaning that this year's WWE 2K18 story mode or 2K Showcase mode could have been in development for the last 2 years since WWE 2K16. Up next is the fact that WWE 2K18 story mode could be an in-depth story, meaning that because they had a much longer time to develop the game, the writing and the recreation of the storylines are hopefully longer and hopefully much more accurate than prior years. And again, the fact that the game has been in development for longer, then we're probably gonna be getting better editing, better created and or recreated story as I mentioned, and much more accuracy towards these stories that are being recreated. Up next, and why I think that WWE 2K18 will be having the best story mode once again, is the fact that the roster is gonna be huge. The roster is already set to be bigger than last year, meaning that it's gonna be including much more superstars. Therefore, when they're creating a 2K Showcase mode, they're gonna be having all this talent to actually use. So there is less of a chance of them skipping through story just because a certain superstar is not included in the game. So for example, if we were in the situation that was last year and Kurt Angle was already in the WWE, then we could have possibly gotten a Brock Lesnar 2K Showcase mode. Up next is the fact that with a longer 2K Showcase mode / story mode, then we could possibly be getting more cutscenes in the game. And I don't know about you guys, but when following a story, cutscenes is pretty much the best thing ever because it is what you're working towards to get. You go through a match or you go through a certain objective in a match that creates a cutscene that continues the story. So this year, with hopefully a much better planned out 2K Showcase mode and a longer one, we might be getting as much as possible recreated storylines through cutscenes. And the last one, but not least, which is again very related to what we just have been discussing, but nonetheless, WWE 2K15 in my opinion was the one that had the best 2K Showcase mode, and that was the CM Punk versus John Cena. But we also got a cherry on top of it, and that is that we have Shawn Michaels versus Triple H as well. So instead of one, similar to WWE 2K15, could we be getting 2 showcase modes instead? Nonetheless, you savages, there you guys have it, 5 reasons as to why I think that WWE 2K18 will have a much better single story mode to it. Make sure that you guys elbow drop that like button if you guys enjoy, and turn on those notifications to be fully up to date because we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. I'm Macho T, dig it.